Hello and welcome to the start of a new weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday afternoon. I just barely got off work and got home, and I figured I would just kind of start this vlog off telling you what I've been reading, the plans for reading this week, and yeah, just kind of go from there. So if you watched my last vlog, then you would have seen that I started Vita Nostra, and I haven't made my way much further. I'm still in the very beginnings of this, and oh, I put the dust jacket on upside down. But yeah, I've been reading this and I don't know if I love it. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll continue, and it is not the book's fault. It's very much a me problem right now, where everything I've been picking up recently has not been able to grab my attention. It's because there was the wedding and then all the stuff after the wedding, clothing Lake House, doing all of that. So I've just been very busy and haven't been able to focus on reading a novel. And so I started this one because it's October and I was just looking for those kind of spooky vibes. This hasn't really gripped me like I wanted it to. And normally I would just stick it out because I just started the book and I'm like probably just a little over 100 pages through. It's one of those books where you don't know what's going on. You just kind of have to go there for the vibes and like see if you like it. It's just not really working for me right now, so I don't even know if I'm going to continue it. I may just like soft DNF it and put it down for now, and maybe get back to it, but I may just do a hard DNF, like keep reading a little bit, and if I'm just not into it, I'll just probably give up, because life is too short to read books that you don't really care about. And yes, I bought this, but I think I bought it off of Book Depository, so I got it pretty cheap, and I won't be too upset if I don't finish it. Like, you know, not the biggest investment in the world. But I want to tell you what I started last night. So first off, I got the new Mona Awad book, Rouge, a couple of weeks ago. And it's been sitting on my shelves staring at me because I reorganized my shelves so it could be one of the books that like face out. So it literally has been staring at me, and I really want to read that book. But I wanted to reread her first book that I ever read by her, Bunny, because I read this 3 years ago, like literally 3 years ago, because it was October 2020. But yeah, so I got this beautiful hardback. I read this was before I was annotating, so like she's still very pristine and gorgeous, and I absolutely love this book the first time I read it. If you've read Bunny, you know that it's kind of like a fever dream, very similar to Vita Nostra, where you just don't know what's going on, but it's different because this one like really grips my attention and you just keep flipping the pages because you just want to know what the hell's happening. And it is a very good book to reread, because once you know the ending and you go back and you start from the beginning, all of the foreshadowing and all of like the hints, like I'm not too far through my reread right now, and I'm just reading it being like, Mona Awad is such a goddamn genius. Like, her writing style is obviously beautiful, and I love her books. I've read Bunny and then I've read All's Well, and I also gave All's Well 5 stars. That's not a 5-star book for everybody. A lot of my Goodreads friends read that and didn't like it. It's very morose and sad, and like you're just in the brain of somebody who has really not the best life, so like it's not going to be a fun time. But anyway, that's All's Well. And so I saw Rouge in the mail. I put it on my shelf. I've been really wanting to read it. I wanted to read it in October, and I still might, but I was like, before I read Rouge, right now I just need a book that I've read and I've loved. I need to get out of my fucking reading slump. Like, sometimes I just have to take my own advice and read a favorite, because obviously I have so many books on my physical TBR. It's actually insane. So for me to do a reread, I feel like guilty sometimes, which is so dumb, because reading is for fun. Like, it doesn't fucking matter how many books you have on your physical TBR and the number of it and everything. Like, it doesn't matter. And if you want to reread a favorite book, fucking do it. Like, there's no reason not to. So last night I was in here stressing. I was like reading the first couple chapters of a bunch of different books, and I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. And I was like actually getting stressed about it, and I was like, hold up. Like, there's no reason to be stressed about this right now. Just pick up a book you know you love, that you're going to want to just be reading and reading and reading. Because that was my problem with all the ones that I like were on my TBR, that I was picking up and reading a chapter here and here. Like, I was interested in some of the books. Obviously, I bought them. I want to read them, but I didn't know if they would be a 5-star. And I just picked up a book that I haven't read before, and I thought I would really love, and I'm, you know, started it, but I'm not really into it, and I didn't want to do the same thing. I just wanted to pick up a book that I knew I was gonna love, like I've said a million fucking times. So I did that, and I bought the paperback of Bunny a while ago. I just love having multiple editions of my favorite books, and this pink is just gorgeous. So for my reread, I'm rereading and annotating this copy. I already have some tabs in here, and I have been writing in it and highlighting like so much. And I'm just having the best time. So last night I picked it up on a whim, and I'm up to chapter 6 now, so page 46. And yeah, just absolutely eating it up. And I came home today from work so excited to pick up my book again, and that is what I needed. So if you are stressed or in a reading slump right now, and the books you're reading are just not doing it for you, and you're overwhelmed by your physical TBR, like, just put it out of your brain. It will be there when you're done with your current reads. Your physical TBR is not going anywhere. And just pick up a book you know you love, because it's the best time of the year. October is my favorite month. That's why I wanted to get married in October, and that's why it's been such a stressful month, at least this year for me. But it is my favorite month. I love this autumnal season. The leaves are changing where I live. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and I just wanted to pick up a book that I knew was going to just be so fun and easily readable and fast. And I'm not reading this as fast as I normally would, I think, because I'm really annotating it and like getting all the details and just loving it so much. So if you haven't read this book before, it's an absolute mindfuck. And of course I had to have my little bunny bookmark. This is the cutest bookmark you've ever seen in your life. It has like a little bunny reading a book, and then it has a bunch of bunnies on it. So of course I had to pull out the bunny bookmark for the bunny book. And you were leaning on my water bottle that just toppled over. Anyway, so that is the reading plans. That's what I'm doing tonight. At least the plans that I have for today. But I came home to a really big package. So this room that we're in right now is my library, and before the job that I have now, I worked from home a lot of the time. So this is my office / library room, right? But then when I quit that job and started my new one where it's just 100% working in the office, I took the desk that was in this room and got rid of it. We gave it to my husband's little brother, which was awesome because then he gave his desk to his girlfriend, and now she has like a vanity where she didn't have one before. So that's really cute. I'm happy that like they were able to get some use out of it. But I took the desk out of this room because I wanted a nice little reading corner that had a really comfy chair, and then a desk. I still do need a desk, but just a much smaller one, because the one before was like a big L-shaped desk that took up a big chunk of this room. So now instead of that L-shaped desk, we got rid of that, and I'm going to put the comfy chair in the corner. And then I'm going to get like a little desk just for under the window that I'm sitting in front of right now. So I ordered the chair first off of Amazon. I ordered it, and it says it was going to be delivered by like October 15th. And today is the 9th, and it was delivered early. And I didn't get an email or anything from Amazon that it was delivered. And my roommate didn't text me or anything. But when I got home, opened the door, and right in the entryway was my big ass box for my chair. And I was like, oh my God, it was delivered and my roommate brought it inside. So love that. I do remember reading in the reviews of the chair though, that like, love the chair, comfiest thing ever, but you need 2 people to assemble it. Like, you cannot assemble it alone. Some of the pieces you have to pull really tight, and it was just like really hard to assemble, but really comfy chair. So no worries, like my husband is up to the task. He will help me with this chair, thank God, because building furniture in general, not my strong suit. I know how to build an IKEA bookshelf, so that's what I really needed to know how to do. He helped me build my first one, and then I built the rest of these sons of bitches. So yeah, I know how to build an IKEA bookshelf, but a chair off of Amazon, especially people like that are saying it's hard, like a little intimidated. So I'm excited. Like hopefully tonight, maybe. I know he was stopping at the auto shop on the way home to get stuff to change his oil. So he was going to come home and change the oil on his car. So we might not have time to get to it tonight, and it's fine. Like wasn't expecting it for days and days anyway. But we might set up that chair, which would be cool. And yeah, basically just happy that I am home off of work on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Love that I'm starting a new vlog. Love that I'm reading a book that I love to chill for the rest of the night, wait for my husband to get home, figure out dinner, and yeah, just get reading. Like I love that I came home today, excited to read my book. As a bookworm, nothing better than that. This is the other side of the room where I used to have my desk. So this back corner used to be my L-shaped desk, and I had this little guy over here, and there's like a mirror that normally sits over there, but now she's just an empty girl. So the chair that I got is going to go in this corner. I have some like artwork over here of some vintage paintings of some women reading, which I love, and some shelves. So the chair that was delivered is going to go over there, and then once I know how much room the chair takes up, then I will see how big of a desk I can get. But I just want like a little desk right here that has some more drawers for some storage, because this vanity that I have over here doesn't have a whole lot of drawers. And so yeah, going to hopefully build the chair tonight, see how much room I have, and then I just want to get a little desk for over here.
You're scared of peanut butter?
I'm not. I like peanut butter.
You think that would...
This is just the most comfortable chair in the world. I got that minky blanket from my bridal shower, and the gray and the pink go so well together with like my green walls. And the desk will go here with this gaming chair as the desk chair. I had to move the garbage, and I think maybe when I get the desk I'll just get rid of this thing and then put the garbage back, but it fits so well and it is so comfy. This chair is you. POV, reading in your new chair, and you look up and this is your view. Just all of your fucking books. Random delivery. I had no idea that this was coming, but this was from one of my beautiful friends, and it's like a painting of us on our wedding day on this canvas. Oh my god, I love it so much. Eep. It's so cute.
So cute.
Do you love it?
I love it.
Hello, it is the next night, Tuesday night. It's about like 8 o'clock right now, and just want to update that I'm officially going to DNF Vita Nostra. I read it more today while I was at work. I had a very like tedious task that took like zero brain power for say like 3 or 4 hours that I just popped in my audiobook and listened to. I mean, obviously I got interrupted a whole bunch while I was doing it, so I had to keep pausing it, but I made it all the way up to page 164, part 2 of this book. I wanted to make it all the way through part 1 to see if it would end on like a big cliffhanger that I like cared enough to continue, and it didn't. I mean, obviously little hints of things are happening here and there of like the plot that is being developed, and I can see that like it's building up to big things happening in part 2 or whatever, but I don't care. I don't care about this main character, don't care about the spooky school, none of her friends are interesting. The professor's kind of just, I know he's supposed to be scary, but he's just giving like creepy, and I don't care. Life is too short to read books you do not care about. And I got like a decent chunk of the way through. Like I feel like I really tried. This is enough of an effort. I think that looks like at least a third of the way through. So if I'm a third of the way through and I don't care, I'm gonna give up. And then last night I read a little bit more Bunny, but not a whole lot because my husband built my chair. I was gonna say we built the chair, but I really was just there for like moral support. But he built it, and then I just, cleaned up and all of that. And then today I read this at work. I came home and then I watched Vampire Diaries for like 3 hours. I fell down that rabbit hole, and so I caught myself. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. You have time to read before bed if you just like stop watching Vampire Diaries and start reading. But I'm going to put this in my unhaul pile. Officially, she's not going back on the shelves, and pick up a book I actually really do want to read in my brand new reading chair. It is so comfy, so I have no excuses. Gorgeous chair, gorgeous book. We can do this. We can read. Like, it's really not that hard. Sometimes when you're in a slump, you just have to like do these little things. Like, I lit a candle and I got myself a big glass of water, and I'm like, you can sit in this chair and read a book you love. Like, it should not be this hard. It should not be. Hello, it's the next day. I figured I'd do an update because we're in a different setting, so at least we're not in my office. But I'm at work right now, which is kind of fun. Today is like the errand day that I had to do this week because this Saturday is an employee appreciation thing for my work. And since I work in HR, if you've ever seen The Office, we're kind of like the party planning committee. Like, we have to plan all the parties for everyone in the plant. So I just had to go to Costco to get like plates and cups and utensils and a bunch of sodas and all of that fun stuff. So I just did that, and I broke my back pushing like those big pallet carts all around Costco, but loaded up this truck. I'm in like the work truck right now, which is awesome. But it is just the most beautiful, gloomy day. I know that's kind of weird to say. It's not like bright and sunny, but it's all gloomy. It's been on and off raining, and that's my favorite weather. So just been having the best day, like getting to shop around. I'm right outside of Zurcher's right now. That's like a party store. So I'm gonna go in there and get some tablecloths and a couple other things that we need. But it's already like 1:30. That means by the time I get back to the office, maybe like 1:45, I'll have to unload, and then I leave at 4:30. So it's only a couple more hours to get through this work day. I can do this. And then right after work today, I have a chiropractor appointment. Again, not the funnest thing in the world. I'm kind of sick of having to go to all these chiropractor appointments. It's like every 2 weeks because of this thing that I've been doing. But I think today is gonna be the last appointment because my back's feeling good. And like, he was like, if it's good next week, then you're gonna be done. So I think I'm gonna be done, thank God. And yeah, just wanted to update that it's been raining and I'm thriving with this weather. Like, oh, love it. And over halfway through my workday, and I got all the shopping done I needed to get done. Everyone is going to have lots of drinks this weekend, and honestly, Jordan said he's going to come to this little employee appreciation thing with me on Saturday, so I think I'll record like that day too, because it's at this place called Corn Bellies, which is just very like October and autumnal themed, like, I don't want to say theme park, but it's like this really small place that like kids will go to, like parents take their kids to Corn Bellies to like, there's like pumpkins, and it's really hard to explain, but when I'm there, I'll take videos and it'll be like festive and cute. But yeah, anyway, going to go into Zurcher's, get what I need, and then go back to work, sadly, and then finish up my day. But I did read a whole bunch last night of Bunny, not a whole bunch, like, you know, a couple chapters, but that's really good for me, and I am just absolutely loving it. Love reading a favorite and love reading Miss Mona Awad. Okay, it is like 3 days later, or 2 days later, because it is Friday night right now. It's 8 o'clock, so I got off work, you know, some hours ago. Just been hanging out, got dinner tonight, McDonald's, so really, really healthy. But we just have no groceries right now, so had some McDonald's for dinner. And then I saw that Katie Coulson was on a live doing some reading sprints, so I have been reading tonight, thankfully, because Wednesday and Thursday night didn't really read. wasn't super in the mood, don't want to like force myself. I think I read a chapter here and there, but I watched some movies last night and just kind of chilled. But today I've been reading more of Bunny. I am on page 90 right now. I've just been annotating it so much, like writing on the sides way more than I normally do, and I'm just loving this reread. Love that I decided to read it in October. 3 years later, after I read the first time, like my memory is not that great, so 3 years later is like a lifetime. I feel like I didn't remember anything. But yeah, I'm on some reading sprints that's helping me read fast, or just like focus on reading, because they're doing 40-minute sprints, so you really have to like get into your book, and this is the perfect one to do that with. So finally reading, and it's 8 o'clock, so hopefully I can get a decent chunk in tonight, if I just put my mind to it and keep reading. The setup of my laptop just balancing on my arm of the gaming chair so I can be sitting in my new chair, but 5 and something minutes left of this sprint. She's starting the full Full Metal books, and it's making me want to pick up my Full Metal books again. Okay, it is 9:30 at night, so I'm done reading. My eyes are getting too tired, but I made it to chapter 15, page 123, which is part 2. But yeah, anyway, going to call it a night. I think I started today on page 70, so I read a little over 50 pages, which is not, you know, the craziest news in the world, but when I was in my reading bag, I was reading over 100 pages a day, so I just obviously fell out of the habit and need to get back into it. Reading sprints definitely help. So tomorrow I have the employee appreciation thing during the day, but tomorrow night I'm free and I just want to read as much of this book as I can this weekend. Good morning. We're gonna be heading out to Corn Belly soon, but I just did a little bit of makeup, got my jewelry on, got my cute little fall sweater, so really feeling the fall vibes. And yeah, we just have to go pick up ice before we go to the event to fill up the cooler, because the other person from my work has all the drinks, so I was like, I'll get the ice, and then yeah, once we get there, we're gonna help unload, and then I volunteered me and Jordan to go pick up the pizza. But I'm just so excited that he can come and like help today, because it feels like a work event. I mean, it is a work event that I have to like help with. So it just kind of feels like bring your husband to work day, and I'm so excited. I'll get to introduce him to everybody. Like, it's gonna be fun. Corn maze. So cute. Not a fan of the skipping to the corn. The disapproval. Gonna get above the maze to see how to get out. Wow. Stunning. I mean, it is roped off. Oh, wow. Okay, hello, it's the next day, it's Sunday, so recap of yesterday. I didn't really vlog a whole lot, obviously, at the event because I was helping throw it. So we got there, it was really busy, we were just like unloading all of the stuff. Once everything was set up, me and Jordan left to go get the pizzas. He was such a big help yesterday. There was 50 pizzas and like 20 salads to pick up, so we were just doing trips to the car, you know, just help me keep everything organized and get her done. And then went back to the event. We did the raffle. I didn't win anything, but I never win anything and stuff like that, so whatever. And then last night was kind of just chill. I got home and I did read some more of Bunny. I've been watching these reading sprints that are kind of like old from Katie's channel, and it's just been really helping me focus because she does 40-minute sprints, so it like takes a while, and it's really been helping. So read some more last night, and then I watched 2 horror movies. I watched Jordan Peele's Us for the first time. I've seen his other 2 movies, Get Out and then the Alien one, which is the most recent one, and obviously loved Get Out. The Alien one was like okay for me, but I watched Us and it was terrifying. Like, actually that movie really scared me. Did not love like being chased down by somebody who looks exactly like you. especially the little teenage girl, the evil teenage girl. Oh, she was terrifying. But I watched that, and then that made me want to rewatch Get Out. So I watched 2 Jordan Peele movies last night. And then I fell into like a rabbit hole of YouTube videos because I didn't know that Get Out had an alternate ending. I saw Brittany talk about it on her channel, Brittany the Bibliophile. I'll link her down below. But I saw her talking about how she went to go see Get Out in the theaters, and it had an ending that she hated, and then she rewatched the movie with her boyfriend, and it was like the ending that I've seen that like is a really, really good ending, and you finish it and you're like, oh my god, that movie was fucking everything. And she was like, and I really loved it. So I watched the movie again. It was the ending I had already seen, but then I went on YouTube and I watched the alternate ending, and that's probably the more realistic one, like what would happen. But I fucking hate that ending, like terrible. So it was just fun. I was kind of watching horror movies last night, which I don't normally do. I don't love horror movies because I actually get pretty scared. But I mean, in the month of October, what are you gonna do? So I did that last night. It was a lot of fun. I just drank some wine, watched some horror movies, and read like a little bit of Bunny. And then today is Sunday, and it was very productive. I woke up and I did all the laundry that I needed to do, and me and Jordan went grocery shopping. We didn't get a whole lot of food because a week from today, next Sunday, is when we fly out on our honeymoon, so we didn't want to get like a lot of things that are gonna like perish, but we do need a couple like meals this week, obviously. So went to the grocery store, and I also got stuff that like I need for the cruise. I got like little bottles of shampoo and conditioner and little, you know, just all the bathroom stuff that you need. But then when I got home with all that stuff, I started packing. So I wasn't going to do this, but I started packing pretty early, and it's because I have an entire work week this next week, like tomorrow's Monday. And then this Saturday, we're going to a wedding for our friends, which is, you know, really exciting. So working all week, wedding on Saturday, and then Sunday night, we're waking up at 4 a.m. because an Uber is going to be at our house at 4:30 to take us to the airport, and then we're flying out of Salt Lake at 6 a.m. So really gonna be just a busy week. I mean, I want to go shopping and get a couple things for the cruise. And it's just, you know, like the week before vacation type energy. Like I need to get my nails done. These are still my bridal nails, and it's been 2 weeks since the wedding, so they are decently grown out, but I'm going to try to hold off on getting them done until like Friday, so that I get them done like right before the wedding, right before the cruise, and they'll just be like really fresh. I don't know what color I'm going to do yet though, so still deciding on that. But I did just want to start like packing away the stuff that I'm not going to need for this next week, because where I am, it's, you know, October. It's October where everybody is, but for me, it does feel like the fall, like it's kind of cold outside. So I've been wearing jeans or leggings or sweats every day, like long pants, because it's getting cold. And where we're going on our cruise is the Caribbean, so it's gonna be pretty warm. So I packed like my shorts and my swimsuits and tank tops and like stuff like that. And then Jordan was feeling really productive today too. He mowed the lawn, and then there was a couple things that I wanted him to hang up around the house, and he hung those up. And then I was like, while you're in this like productive mood, can you get the paint for me for in here? Because when I had my desk in this office, it leaned up, like a pointy part of the desk leaned up against the wall, and it chipped off a piece of it. I didn't take a video beforehand, but it just like was a white, like kind of this long strip of white on a green wall, so it was very noticeable. And when I got this chair, I didn't know if it would be high enough to cover that, but it's not. It was shorter than the mark on the wall. So I set up my new chair, I showed the little clip, but I don't know if you noticed, there was like a chip missing on the wall of paint. And I had extra paint when I painted this room. I painted this entire room green when we moved into the house, and that was like a year and a half, or yeah, like a year and a half ago, that we got this house. So the paint's a little bit old, but I do have some in the garage. So Jordan brought that in, and I painted this little corner. So it's been a busy Sunday, but so freaking productive. Like the amount of stuff I did, and like stuff that I've just been putting off forever. Like the master bathroom, I hate cleaning that. I don't know why. It's like the thing that like I just don't love cleaning, but I cleaned the master bathroom, took everything off the counter, wiped the window, did all of it. I dusted the like ceiling fan blades in our room. You don't care about any of this, but like it's stuff that I've just been not wanting to do. And I got it done today. So I'm going to show you my wall. So this is what we're looking at right now. I just put down some tape, but the part that needed to be painted was right here. You can't even tell anymore, but it was just this indentation like right in there. It still is wet right now because I just barely painted it, but I don't know if I'll have to do like a second layer. I think it looks good like from a distance. Just looks like, you know, a green wall, but that's where my big chair goes, and that was just really bugging me that I could see that, and I didn't want to come back from the honeymoon and have that be like a project I need to get done. I just wanted to like do it today, so gonna wait for that to dry, put all of this away, and then I will just wait to put my chair back until probably tomorrow because I don't want to get any green paint on my beautiful minkies on this chair. But yeah, that's what this room is looking like. Kind of a little bit of a construction site, but it's gonna look beautiful. And then in the bedroom, Jordan's got his suitcase and bag, like some stuff packed in there, and then I have my checked bag and my carry-on just closed right now because they're obviously not even full of everything, but I like pulled them out from under the bed and started putting some stuff in there. So yeah, just feeling really productive today, feeling like I'm getting shit done, which is just needed. Like a week from today, I'm going to be flying to Florida to get on a boat and leave the country. So like there's just some shit I need to do. And this last week I did all of like the shit that I didn't want to. Like I had to get my car registration and I had like a chiropractor appointment and all of these things where I was just like, you know, this has to be done in the interim between the wedding and the honeymoon. And it was just stuff I didn't want to do, but I did it all last week so that this week I could just focus on like cruise prep. So the suitcases are already out. I'm kind of seeing what I packed and what I'm missing and like what I want to get. And then I think I'm gonna go shopping this week and get some things. And then yeah, went to the grocery store today, got all of like the toiletries that I needed. So that's like already done and dusted. I just have an excuse to go shopping and get some more things. But yeah, there was stuff on the floor in here from the wedding that like needed to be hanged on the walls. And, you know, Jordan obviously works a full-time job too. When we get back from work at the end of the day, it's just like, I don't want to hang up a freaking picture. But today was Sunday and I was in the productive cleaning mood doing a lot of stuff. And he was like, you know what, I'm going to hang these pictures. And he hung those. And it's just like, we are getting stuff done. But now that the paint is drying and all of that is done, I think I'm going to sit down and start reading some more Bunny again. Okay, jokes, because it's hours later and I have not done any reading, but I have still been the most productive girly, and it's just, it needs to get done because I'm going on a vacation. Like, I just want to sit down and read, but yeah. I made dinner, then I cleaned up the kitchen, and just cleaned up this paint mess and all of that, and then kept packing a little bit, and then I just updated my journal, which is something that I didn't do for a couple weeks, so I had to update like on the wedding and the lake and just everything that like the vlogs have seen, but my journal has not. So that was actually fun to just update that, and it's got me thinking that I probably want to take that on the cruise too, because there's going to be obviously downtime when you're doing like the sea days and you know, you're just hanging out at the boat or sitting by the pool or whatever. So I'm going to bring my journal. And then I also got me thinking about what books I want to bring. So that's something I have to brainstorm over like the next couple of days. I want to bring some really good books. Like if I'm going to carve out time in my day to read during my honeymoon, I want to be reading something I love. So I might continue a series. I have been wanting to pick up Morningstar because I was rereading the Red Rising trilogy before moving on. And so I think I might bring Morningstar, but then I'm also like, you know, I might want a cute little romance moment. So then I'm thinking about bringing a romance, but I'm like, I also want to finish Bunny. So I'm going to try to finish Bunny this next week. You know, just over the next work week. Hopefully I can come home and at least read like 20 pages a day at least, I think would get me to finish it by the end of the week. So that would be cool. And then maybe I'll start Morningstar and bring a romance with me as well. But yeah, going to close out the vlog here. That's kind of in my pattern, is just closing it on Sunday night so that I'm able to start the editing, and then starting a new vlog on Monday. And I don't know if I'll do that this week, since it's going to just be a lot of prep and working, which is not very fun, and I just want to read as much as Bunny as I can, hopefully finish it. So I think I might start my next vlog this Saturday when we're going to our friend's wedding, and then Sunday will be, you know, the day we fly out. So can't believe how soon it is. Wish me luck on my packing adventures, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.